This is the first video in a series that we're doing to help homeowners understand why it's important that they participate in the property tax protesting process. Reason number one, there's excess taxation without participation. If you don't protest, you will likely pay more in property taxes than you have to over the long run. As a point of reference, the Texas property tax system has 4 stages. First, county appraisal districts, or CADs, value all the taxable property and issue each owner a preliminary assessed value. Secondly, property owners have the right to protest that assessed value with their county appraisal district. Next, after all the protests are resolved, the county's chief appraiser certifies the appraisal roll, and taxing entities like the school district and county set the tax rates required to meet their budgets. Finally, all property owners are billed and have to pay their property taxes. Now let's look at a very simple example. I live in Utopia County. There are only 2 houses here, my house and my twin brother's house. The houses are virtually the same except mine is green and his is red. So when it's time to set the preliminary values, the Utopia CAD assigns each of us a value of $10. I choose not to protest because I'm busy. My brother's just lazy, so he doesn't protest either. So our values stay at $10 apiece, and the chief appraiser certifies a final total value of $20. There's only one taxing entity here, the county, and they have a budget of $6. Because the final certified value is $20, the county property tax rate has to be 30% in order to cover the budget. As a result, my brother and I each receive a property tax bill of $3, equaling our $10 assessments times the 30% tax rate. Now in scenario 2, we want to draw out why doing nothing can prove costly. We both receive preliminary assessments of $10. In this scenario, I once again choose not to protest, but my brother does. Because of his protest, his assessment is reduced to $5, and the chief appraiser certifies a final value of $15. Now the county budget is still $6. So given the $6 budget and the $15 certified value, the tax rate is increased to 40%. When the tax bills go out, I receive a $4 property tax bill, but my brother receives a property tax bill of only $2. His success and my inactivity allow him to shift $1 of his property tax burden onto me. This is functionally what happens in a lot of places, not just Utopia County. Now what should have happened is that we both should have gotten reductions. Our houses are virtually the same. I should have used the same data and knowledge to get a reduction for myself. When we are both successful, our final assessed values end up at $5 apiece. Now when the chief appraiser certifies the final value, it's equal to $10. The county's budget hasn't changed. It's still $6. So the property tax rate must increase in this scenario to 60%. However, the increase in tax rate has no real consequence for me as a property taxpayer because I have pushed down my assessed value. When the property tax bills go out, my brother and I both receive property tax bills of $3. So what does all that mean? You pay more if you don't participate. Protesting your property tax assessment does not guarantee that you will pay less in property taxes. However, not protesting your assessment does put you at risk to pay more. Tax assessed values really serve to allocate the property tax burden amongst property owners. Successful protesters effectively push the tax burden onto those who don't protest. And in order to have a fair and equitable property tax system, you have to be an active participant.